You a behind-the-scenes look at Maine Historical Society's newest exhibit celebrating America's 250th birthday. It's called Pathways to Freedom, Maine Stories of the American Revolution.
From a lock of George Washington's hair to a medicine chest saved from the Battle of Margaretta off the coast of Machias, each of these artifacts in the collection has some connection to Maine. The exhibit officially opened this month, and we found it fitting to save the artifacts you're about to see for last. They belong to General Peleg Wadsworth, the grandfather of poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, and the man who built Congress Street's famous Longfellow House, now home to the Maine Historical Society.
So these items belong to Peleg Wadsworth, who was a general in the American Revolution and the grandfather of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. And Peleg Wadsworth served in Massachusetts, and he was originally from Massachusetts. He moved to what would become Portland after the war, but while in Massachusetts, he served in the Continental Army. And these are some of his items during his service. So we have his sword. We have his flintlock pistol, we have the epaulets from his uniform, and we have a tricorn hat. So the hat is actually in process of being conserved. Our conservator, Abby Zoldowski, is working on the hat in preparation for our exhibition, Pathways to Freedom, which will feature Peleg as one of the signature pathfinders. And so she's relaxing the hat, and you can see some kind of damage around here. So we'll be working to conserve this piece in preparation for the exhibition, which opens in a few months. In addition to that, we also have a letter from Peleg to his wife. Peleg was actually arrested and confined, as he says, to a privateer in Bagaduce, which is essentially Castine, so near Fort George. And he wrote letters home that said that he was being treated respectfully in accordance with his rank, as he should be, and he asked if she could send him some shirts and some socks and some other things because he needed them, and he had recently been wounded, so he was telling her that he's okay. He was hit with a musket ball, but it was just a flesh wound, so he was doing all right. And then he gives his love to his children. So Eliza, his wife, and his family were back in Massachusetts, and as mentioned, after the war, they moved to Falmouth Neck and built what today is the Wadsworth Longfellow House.
Is it unique to have this many pieces tied to like one person?
From this time period, yes. And so these pieces have come from different places. They've come through the family, different members of the family. The sword didn't actually come to Maine Historical Society until 2012.
Oh, wow.
So I think because of the house and because of Peleg's legacy is such an important part of MHS, that the pieces can arrive over time. And what's really exciting about this is we don't have an image. So there obviously wasn't any photography, but we don't have a painting of Peleg. We don't have any kind of likeness. We do have a silhouette that is on display in the house, but we're working with an artist, Shannon Sokolexis, to recreate sort of anime-like characters from the Revolution and Maine Revolution, and Peleg is one of those, but she was able to determine that he had red hair, which we would not have otherwise known if we didn't have a lock of his hair.
And again, no-brainer to have this in the collection.
Right. I mean, obviously, Peleg is a really important piece of Maine history, but he's also a really important figure in the legacy of Maine Historical Society because it was his granddaughter who gifted the house and property to MHS in 1901.
Pathways to Freedom, Maine Stories of the American Revolution will be open to the public through the end of the year. For a full list of artifacts we've shown leading up to the opening, and for more information on the exhibit itself, just head to the 207 section of our website and app.